Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Sil, for getting us set up. Thank you, Aisha. I am going to get started with the community read. I'm pulling out my 2022 top favorite Oracle deck, the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. This is by Serafina. She is on, let me see if I can find her info on here. Her publishing company is called Rune Vervain. If you're interested in this deck, she's super sweet and she is local to my area here on the East Coast of the US of Old A. So make sure you use exclamation point join to enter the queue. I see some of you guys trickling in, and I'm going to get this deck all shuffled and get our community reading started before we go into our individual readings. If you would like a more in-depth reading to include possibly extra cards and oracle card, go ahead and use my tip link in the description box. Ooh, this deck shuffles so nicely. Oh, and yes, Sil is right. Serafina has a Kickstarter that's going on right now. Some really cool add-ons and as well, and stretch goals. And it is Winnie the Pooh based. So if you're into Winnie the Pooh, go ahead and check out her Kickstarter. All right, let's see. Let's see what kind of message we have. So as I'm shuffling, focus on the week behind, focus on the things that you want to reflect on, the things that you want to leave behind, and things that you want to bring into the weekend. Let's see what our first card is. Ooh, we have the underworld. So this is the shadow realm. This is the card of reincarnation. So I feel like this is going to be about what you can leave behind in order to start fresh, start new, start reinventing yourself for the weekend. So this is probably especially good if you've had a really long week or a really tough week, and you don't want to really let those burdens and those stressors and anxieties follow you into the weekend. So yeah, with the underworld card, this also invites you to dig a little deeper too. Maybe you're not recognizing the things that you've been carrying with you, the things that have been weighing you down or holding you back from the stuff that you want to accomplish, anything of that regard. So this is probably a card that's really telling you to dive a little deep. It might not quite be so obvious, the things that are really just weighing on you right now. So, fun fact, Aisha, I've actually never watched a single Winnie the Pooh in my entire life. I just like the art. All right, let's see what else we have. What else do we have to focus on as a community? Well, I love this card. This is Phases of the Moon. This is impermanence, enlightenment, and cycles. So, following this card, this underworld card, where you're talking about this, reincarnation, reinventing oneself, we have this card of enlightenment. And I feel like in doing this and diving deeper, you kind of get a better understanding of oneself, a better understanding of yourself. Oh, and sorry in advance, my cats hear me talking to the ether and they're like crazy. So, anyways, this card invites you to find that enlightenment. It might take a few cycles to do, so it's probably not something that's going to happen by the end of this weekend or anything like that. But it's something that you can definitely get a good start in doing. Let's pull one more card, and then we'll get started with the readings. So, let's see. What is our last card? Last card as a community. We have the snow moon. So this is the rest recovery planning card. So the snow moon is, correct me if I'm wrong, that I think that is the full moon for February. I'm bad with remembering moon names. But this card is saying, after you've done all this, you've sort of focused on the cycles that you've been going through, finding that personal enlightenment that you're needing. Don't rush into anything. This is the card of relaxation, reflection. I got it right. Good. Um, and probably a period where you need to continue to just focus on yourself. And I really like how this really flows, because this is the only card that depicts a person here. All right, so this is like all about you, all about your inward focus, focusing on everything that involves just oneself, and pushing out a lot of the external, pushing out all of the influences and everything else in order to find yourself. And then here we have this card that's almost like a mirror. So find that reflection, find where you feel you are best reflected back. And then here we have this like nice open just field with the moon shining down on you, and you can relax and just enjoy this period of stillness. Oh yeah, March's full moon is on Sunday. I don't remember March's full moon's name, but yeah. So that is our community read. So if you'd like this deck, I think I accidentally shuffled in some cards that shouldn't have been in here. I accidentally shuffled in the spread cards. But if anybody wants a reading with this deck, make sure you use my tip link in the description. Okay, I think I got it. I'm gonna go ahead and set this off to the side. Is Sunday not March 7th? What's today? The 3rd? Oh, so it's on Tuesday. Thank you, Aisha. Appreciate it. All right, so I have Oasis, Fatima, and Ariana in the queue. Aisha, if you wanted a reading, you can go ahead, use exclamation point join. Let me make sure I said hi to everyone. I feel like I missed a few folks. Hi, Alfredo. I saw you. And all right, yeah. Thank Alfredo, you must be Oasis, and you changed your name. 1 second. Okay. My cat's in the hallway screaming at the walls. All right. Up first, we have Alfredo / Oasis. Whoops, I think I clicked the right thing here. You could just make sure you put an exclamation point in front of it, Aisha. So just exclamation point join, and it'll get you added in. Oh, Ariana, she wasn't saying anything's wrong with the full moon. She just mixed up the dates. She thought it was on Sunday, but it's actually on the 7th, which is a Tuesday. I think I just said. No space. Okay, Alfredo, let's see. What is next in your love life? I am using, just in case I know some people are curious, I'm using the Light Seer's Tarot. It's a pretty common deck, so I'm sure you've seen it. What's next in your love life? Let's do one more. There you go, Aisha. One more card. All right, so we have the Wheel of Fortune here. We have the Hanged Man in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like, for you, if you're actively like putting yourself out there, I do think you will have some like fortunate hits coming, especially with this wheel card. So the wheel upright is oftentimes a sign. Sorry, my cats are in the background just wiling out today. The wheel is usually assigned upright as a positive turn of luck. So if you feel like you have been sort of maybe stressing out, or you feel like you haven't been hitting your mark in terms of your love life, I feel like those fortunes are going to definitely change uh, for the better. Aisha, you can keep chatting. I don't mind at all. I love when people are chatty in the comments. In the center, though, you have the Hanged Man in reverse. So I feel like even though your luck is going to be changing, I feel like you're still going to have a little bit of like stalling for whatever reason. Even though you have this very I wouldn't say active, but semi-active card, you have this person that I feel like that is coming into your life. So if you have been dealing with a lot of like maybe bad luck in the love department, be careful about this hangman in reverse. Be careful about letting that uh create walls, is probably the best way to put it. There is a need to kind of like let go sometimes when you are really wanting to put yourself out there, even though I know that's easier said than done. Over here, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is it's like a really happy balance between like that fiery energy of the knights, which is like really passionate and forward thinking, has a lot of energy and action to it. But then we also have the cups aspect, which is inviting that more emotional, softer, healing side to things. So with the knight, we have this charm, and knights can be really just passionate, and they tend to go after what they want. So I feel like you have someone that will be pursuing you in. I don't like to give out like time frames, but I feel like in the near future, if not already, someone who has set their eyes on you, and maybe you're already starting to feel it if you haven't quite noticed fully yet. So yeah, I think you have some really cool things coming. Just be careful about, those walls, and, give yourself let yourself be a little free and give into the journey a little bit. Don't try to be so rigid within it. Ooh, Angela, happy early birthday. All right, Fatima, you're up next. Let me know what what question you got for me. You're welcome, Alfredo, aka Oasis. You guys change your name so often, I can't keep up. Are you doing anything fun for your birthday? My birthday is like on like a Wednesday this year. It kind of sucks. So I think I'll just make the entire month of May my birthday. mm, Fatima, I think you asked me that last week, didn't you? Um, why don't you ask me something else? Everybody has March birthdays? I mean, I say everybody, and it's like two people. Oh, April 15th. Oh, I I want to have a seafood boil for my birthday. I haven't fully planned it out. So, fun fact, I play dodgeball. And this year, like in April, really starts the busy season. April through like October is super busy season for dodgeball. So, um, I don't know if I can squeeze it in because like it's my birthday. There's like a dodgeball tournament one weekend, then it's like my birthday weekend, and then that's also Mother's Day weekend, and then more dodgeball. So yeah, I'm just not sure. I didn't even know people still went to malls. I'm not gonna lie. Um, last time I went to a mall, I went to a movie, but I just went to the theater and not to the actual mall. I've been to, like, outside malls. I guess those are strip malls. Mine is May 10th. And Fatima, if you have another question, let me know. In the meanwhile, Ariana, go ahead, put your question in the chat. If you already did, I'm sorry I missed it. Um, Malls used to be really overwhelming to me. Like the parking situation was always stressful. Walking through the mall was stressful. Um, yeah, Fatima, ask another question. I already answered that one for you, and nothing's gonna change in a week. Um, Ariana, yes. I'm assuming you're over 18. Yeah, so Fatima, I'm trying to be a little more diligent and not answer the same questions over and over. I personally just do not like doing that. Oh, okay. Then I don't sure. I don't care. I don't pretend that my channel is like for kids, so you're having flashbacks to high school dodgeball. I will say it's different competitively than than like high school because we play with those like those like big ass rubber kickballs. We play with like smaller foam balls and we play with smaller rubber balls and that's way more fun. They do still have the bigger ones, but oh Luna, meow. Oh, I just popped Luna in the face. Now she's and I turned around and Apollo is like staring at me like, how dare you? Um, how dare you hit my sister in the face? But yeah, Ariana, that is fine. I can answer that. And then I also have Aisha in the queue. Just one question. Usually when people like combine questions, I just ask the main one and see if the other one comes up. Just because usually due to time. Fatima, I'm not gonna lie, that's the same question, girl. I can switch that around to like if you guys have taken any action between if something has changed between last Friday and this Friday, I'm okay like checking to see what the like outcome or results of that are gonna be, but I'm sorry. Hey Gigi. All right, I'm ready, Ariana. Yeah, so if you have something specific, a specific situation between you guys, I'm totally okay asking that, Fatima. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, this is fun. I've actually never done this before, so take this with a grain of salt, okay? Um, I think I'm gonna base this more so off of numerology than anything. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna see how this turns out. All right, let me shuffle. Let's see how much Alex is packing. Let's see. Oof. Okay, let's do this one. I should have made popcorn. I did bring a glass of wine though, so maybe that will help. Okay, so we have The this is really fun reading. Okay, thank you, Ariana. You're making my night. We have the Nine of Wands, the Page of Swords, and then Strength. So I would say that I feel like saying 8 to 9 inches is really, really like exorbitant. Like that's like we're in star level. So I'm just gonna say large. But what is really cool is that we have this wands card and then the strength card. So I feel like more so than anything, this is a sign that there is a little bit of what's a good way to put it? Uh Also you're being supported by the motion of the ocean. I'm sorry, I'm so childish. I'm an adult, I swear. I'm like twice your age, but this is still funny to me. Um, but in the center here, we have the Knight of Swords. So I really feel like they're gonna be someone who is not only like, and it's really cool because, like I said before, knights have that like fiery energy. So you're gonna have someone who's really, and I like that you put this little spicy chilies because you're gonna have someone who's really fiery and like spicy in, in regard to that. But then also ambitious and like willing to try stuff. And then there's that element of being really thoughtful, right? Because with that swords energy. So, you know, rounding this all off, going back to the strength card, I feel like, with the strength card, I'm gonna leave that up to interpretation for you. I feel like I have to take my sweatshirt off. I'm like sweating. Oh my goodness. Okay. But yes. So I feel like with the strength card, this like depiction of like animals and just this sort of raw nature here, I think it is going to be a lot of fun. I don't think you'll have any conflicts here. Okay. Oh yeah, the Page of Swords is kind of like 10 plus, it's like after the tens, but or oh yeah, this is Page of Swords. I said Knight of Swords. But the Page of Swords is even more fun because the pages are really curious and inquisitive and willing to try new things. So yes, thank you for correcting me. I got so like sweaty and stuff that I got like a little distracted. Um no, so there's an actual 10. The minors end in 10, and then the courts start with like the pages. So they're like the pseudo 11s, I guess, right? So which is you don't really have 10 here, but you have 8, 9, you're missing 10, and then 11. So that's kind of cool with that little progression there. Yeah. But yeah, I think you won't have anything to worry about. But I think they're gonna be someone who's really cool and fun, spicy yet inquisitive and willing to learn. I mean, that just seems inhuman at that point, like anti levels of inhuman. But I don't know. I did not go to school for anatomy, so oh, thank you, Sel. Keeping me honest. I know, Apollo. Your life is so hard. All right. So Fatima, I will get you up next. And I saw a few people join the queue. Emma and Tara or Tara, let me know which. Thank you for joining. You joined at a really fun and interesting time. How tall is he, Ariana? Let me get this all shuffled again and pull for Fatima. Oh, bad shuffle. Let's try that again. There we go. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's see what the outcome with you and Jawad will be in the next few months. You're welcome, Ariana. Feel free to hang out and chat. Let's see. Next card. All right. So we have a few things happening. You have the King of Pentacles here. We have the King of Cups, and then the Five of Wands. These two are in reverse. So basically, what I get from this, the overall gist, is I feel like this is going to be emotionally fulfilling, but I still don't see it like lasting forever. I think that this will still be fine, is really the word that comes to mind when I see this. So we have the king. Let's start in the middle here, and then we'll kind of work to either side. We have the King of Cups here in the center. The King of Cups is a really nice card in terms of relationships. I feel like this is where things start to come into balance in terms of uh Jawad really presenting as emotionally fulfilling, but then also being sort of a strong leader and a strong presence in your life. Um, the King of Cups is oftentimes referred to as like the in like the cliche tower terms is like the ideal guy, but I don't think that it's necessarily going to be ideal for you in the long run, especially with the King of Pentacles in reverse. So I think that emotionally things might be fulfilling, but between this Five of Wands and this King of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like it's sort of a relationship of like eggshells where you're like, well, what's the next thing that's going to go wrong? Um, Having to feel like you have to be like on your best behavior to avoid conflicts, maybe trying to avoid things that have previously affected your relationships in the past and it becoming difficult to do. So that ends up being the actual focus of everything instead of focusing on the emotional fulfilling side of things. I do worry that while maybe he is emotionally fulfilling, he's not in more physical aspects, like maybe comes off a little too greedy, a little too materialistic, and it doesn't mesh well in that regard. So I feel like there's a lot of conflict that's happening between these two kings here. Overall, I think they are trying to be like responsible, trying to be an important person in your life. But I think there's just a little bit of misbalance, and it could just be maybe they have a little growing up to do, maybe you have a little growing up to do, maybe together you guys have a little growing up to do, and things could change. But it's about getting out of that like awkwardness of this Five of Wands here, where you're trying to, instead of enjoying the person, you're just avoiding the bad. You know, there's a difference between actually having a good time and having that actual enjoyment versus just trying to avoid bad things happening. So I think until you can get out of that mindset, it'll be hard to really enjoy this King of Cups portion of things. It will be there, but it just is what it is sometimes, and maybe things just are not where they need to be right now. And that could mean if you're really wanting this person to be someone you want in the long run, you now know the things that you need to work on, right? Together. This isn't just a you thing or just a him thing. um Work on trying to find more of that joy and stop trying to avoid the bad, retrain that focus. And really, if material things are inexorbitantly important in your relationship, maybe you reflect on that and address that. There we go. I knew we'd figure out something for you, Fatima. Wow, he's 6'4". He's literally a foot taller than me, an entire foot. He's like a human being taller than me. It's crazy. You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. Aisha, you are up next. Oh wow, rowing and hockey. I love athletic. Like, you don't have to be like super in shape, but I like people that do like stuff. I'm tall. I am solidly US average. And I know this because I looked it up. Let's see what we have for you in the near future, Aisha. What is coming in the near future for Aisha's love life? Let's see what else we have. Woo. Butterfingers. All right, what else do we have? One more card, one more card. Here we go. All right. We have the Moon card, we have the Page of Wands in reverse, and then the Four of Wands in reverse. So I feel like you are going to have you're gonna have someone coming into your life, but I feel like it's gonna be more of a like whirlwind relationship. I think it's gonna be more so like what's a good word for it? Like really hot and quick, like a flash fire kind of thing. Because so we have the Page of Wands in reverse. There is I feel like in reverse the Page of Wands is a little like directionless. It's just like a ball of energy, but it has no actual focus. Because generally pages are like really inquisitive and kind of poke around for stuff that they enjoy, but this page in reverse is really having trouble finding like the actual passions in life. So I feel like things tend to just go from one thing to the other very quickly. This Moon card here really does make me think like, oh, you're like, okay, Luna, I'm sorry, 1 second, let me get her on my lap. She's circling like a shark. Alrighty. So with this Moon card, we have there. I feel like the Moon card in this aspect is just really saying that you have a little bit of an illusion of a relationship that is coming. So I feel like it's gonna feel like really serious, feel really important, but it really won't be. The moon is, especially when it's full, can shine light on things, but it doesn't illuminate all the shadows, right? So there's still things that you're not seeing. There's still things like there are still pieces of the puzzle missing, and I feel like that doesn't really equate to a full-on relationship. So while this person is going to come in, things are going to be like hot and heavy, fast and furious. There's really no foundation that is being created here. And as a result of that, you have the Four of Wands in reverse. And, you know, Four of Wands upright is really a card of like celebration and joyfulness and harmony. But in reverse, it's really like just saying there's a lack of that. I would say in this case, it doesn't seem like it's bad. I don't think that things are bad. I think that this is just saying that there isn't the cohesion that things might feel like there are. And now I say this, you know, I always caveat with I'm a girl slinging cards on the internet for free, for fun on Friday nights. You know, go with your own intuition, especially with this Moon card. Because if you kind of see these things happening, you still have power to adjust. You have that power. So don't feel like things are out of your hand just because I'm telling you what I see in the cards. This is just the current path based off of the current energies that are around us, right? But yeah, with that moon card, if this is someone that you feel like has that potential to be something different than just like, not a one and done kind of thing, but something like that, then sort of go back and address this. Like, tap into that intuition, find those shadows and highlight those shadows and bring more illumination to the situation so you can change that around. So that would be my advice on top of what I see for the cards. This is so funny to me. Yeah, you're famous, Luna. I would get a cat cam, but they don't sit still long enough to do that. All right, Emma, go ahead and put your question in the chat. Gina, did you want a reading? You're welcome. I hope that helps. And I guess, let me see. I know you said in the near future. Like I said, I don't generally do timing cards, but considering the wands here, I do think that this is something that's fairly soon. Just as an aside or an addendum to my previous questions. Oh yeah, guys, if you want, join me on TikTok. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can start doing lives over there. More like short, quick lives so I can do them more frequently, and then I can do my long, big ones here on YouTube where I can go more in depth. And that's where you can actually see some of my kitty cats. While we wait for Emma, let's go ahead. Tara, go ahead, put your question in the chat. I feel like we probably scared Tara and Emma off with Ariana's question. I know, Luna, you live such a hard life. Are you guys doing anything fun for the full moon? With the spiciness, exactly. Oh, and if you guys want more tarot readings tonight, Dr. Mystical will be on at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. So in an hour and 15 minutes. It's okay if you don't. I feel like I should post some. What are they here on YouTube? I should post some shorts on YouTube of the kitties. Syl has, from A Life of Simplicity, has been trying to convince me to do a video reading of my cats, of Apollo and of Luna. I've done readings for them before, but they just stare at me like I'm crazy. All right, Pearl, go ahead, put your question in the chat. Shorts, yeah. Everybody has something now, it's like TikTok, shorts, reels. I think they're reels on Facebook too, actually. I should. Maybe I'll do a weekly reading for you, Luna. You want that? Okay. Oh, and if you guys have not seen Luna and want to see her debut on the channel, she cat bombed my last video. So yeah, you'll see her in my video I post on Monday. Yes, you're famous, Luna, as far as you're aware. All right, let's see. Yeah, if you guys have catch me and Syl's like lives, you can see some of the past ones we've done. Everyone, Luna has to make her appearance. She has to give her opinion. All right. There you go. You're fine. All right. Let's see, Pearl. How does Scott feel after seeing you yesterday? How does Scott feel about Pearl after seeing her yesterday? Oh, look at that. Bringing it around town with this Wheel of Fortune card. So we have the Queen of Cups. This is the Two of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like Scott really enjoyed seeing you yesterday. The Queen of Cups is the so queens are the embodiment of water. Cups are the suit of water. So I feel like the Queen of Cups is really just the card of he really saw the emotional side of you, that intuitive, really just tapped into that really intuitive side of yourself. I don't know what you guys were doing, but he sees that compassion, just that fluid nature that you I guess you were giving off a really go with the flow kind of vibe and really in tune with yourself. The queens are really, really emotionally, what's the word? Secure. So they have a really good handle on themselves. Oh, you cut the Queen of Cups when you asked your own cards. I love that. So this is definitely you, and this is definitely how they saw you, and you should trust yourself when you give yourself readings. So there you go. That's a good sign. On the other side, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is upright. It's really a card of, in general, just good fortunes, good nature, just good signs altogether. Just know the Wheel of Fortune is a bit of a cycle, but in this case, I do see a lot more of the good than than anything else, right? And then in the center here, this is really interesting because we have the Two of Wands in reverse. I feel like even though Scott saw these really cool things in you, saw these really good signs, and really felt that compassion coming from you, I don't know that they're sure of what to do about it. They the Two of Wands in reverse really shows me that they are probably unsure of what the next steps should be. This shows a lack of lack of direction and a lack of planning. But with that wands, there's still that passion there. It's just they don't know how to direct it. And it could be that there's a little conflict and maybe a little bit of intimidation that's happening between you guys with this fire and water kind of interacting here. So, I would say that they are probably going to play things a little safe, maybe not rock the boat, because especially if they feel that you're very much secure within yourself, they're not sure how to approach you. And of course, it's a small reading, but swords are missing out here. There's no communication flow that's going on, especially between you guys here, right? You're facing forward, eyes are closed in this. And then here they're looking at you, but almost from a distance. So you have to bridge that gap between you guys. I don't know how that is. If you guys have some sort of friend circle or whatever that might be, but that might have to be something that falls to you to do. Where are you going, Luna? Stop it. Good girl. Yeah, but I think that, overall, I think he saw some really good things. Just doesn't know what to do with them. Yeah, if that, okay, that explains the lack of direction then. But I don't see any bad vibes between you guys, and that would explain the Wheel of Fortune is a change of luck that's happening between you guys, a change of fortunes between you guys. So I feel like they see that things are changing, but they don't know how to approach the situation. So there's that communication divide that still needs to happen. But again, I know we didn't quite ask that, so that could be it too. But yeah, trust yourself. even though you're just a dabbler. All right. Kate. So my queue is empty. So Kate, if you have a question, go ahead and post it in the chat. Oh, and if you guys like tarot decks or like to just see what is coming out, go ahead and check out A Life of Simplicity. Sil. She just posted her March's upcoming decks. It's a long video, but it shows a lot of goodies. So a lot of pre-orders, a lot of things that just got released, and just more fun deck things to look at. Kate, I can't do that for you, but I can. Yeah, I can't do that one for you, but I can see if like what the current situation is between them, just to see. But it does make me a little uncomfortable to kind of to go as far as to say if it'll improve to two people that are not involved in the reading, if that makes sense. There's a lot of outliers that causes. But I can definitely look into the current situation. I don't mind doing that. Aisha's like, I'm gonna go see what decks I can buy. Just let me know, Kate, if that works for you. Did you hear Apollo? He's doing his little like his pathetic little meow. Oh, of course. Anytime you buy something, you have to let us know what you bought, or if you pre-ordered, let us know what you pre-ordered. Sil talked me into pre-ordering, what was it, Untamed. Why can't I remember that? This is a sign that I have too many tarot decks. Oh, The Unfolding Path. There we go. Yeah, Aisha, if you ever, I don't know, do you do I have to like find your channel once I'm done. Do you do stuff on YouTube? And Sil, I don't know, Gina, are you still on? But Sil, if you want a reading, let me know. Let me see. There we go. Oh my gosh, you're so cute, Aisha. Oh my gosh, you play the piano? I'm like live stalking you, by the way. So Kate, generally, so when I'm on live, I'll do pseudo third-party readings, but I don't like to do readings that involve the relationship between two people that are not involved with the reading. Just usually because with me it doesn't work out well. It's really ambiguous and hard to read and makes me uncomfortable to try. I don't want to like put on a front for you that I can do that for you. But what I can do is look at the situation because it does involve you to some degree. But I just don't want to look into whether their relationship will improve because that's solely 100% dependent on them. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Do you only play the piano? As if like only play, but you know, do you play other instruments as well? Apollo, Yeah. Sorry, you can hear me chastising my cat. All right, let's do that. Let's see what we have for you, Kate. Ooh. Oops. Oh, goodness. Shuffling with a cat on your lap, I will say, is very hard because she's like not moving out of the way. All right, last card, Kate. Let's see. Last card for you. What do we have? What do we have? You know what? So overall, just in general, to summarize, yes, you're gonna graduate. It's just going to require a lot of like focus and control. So we have the Four of Pentacles, the Hermit in reverse, and then we have the Page of Cups. So with the Page of Cups, I definitely feel like you are going to get that emotional fulfillment. The pages are oftentimes considered the student of tarot. They're the youthful ones. They're the ones that are wanting to study. And then with that cup energy, I do feel like you're going to have that just emotionally be like happy and uh just it doesn't guarantee that you'll be happy. Happy is not the word I'm looking for, but just like your cup is filled from your educational journey, right? And then over here we have the Four of Pentacles. This is the one where pentacles can represent education too. It's like the physical world. So this is your job is school right now, right? So this can represent that. And in terms of how things will go, I think in order to be successful, I think you fully have it in your capability and it's fully along your path to be successful. It's just that you need to make sure to stay really grounded, stay really in control of your studies to make sure that happens. So if you are kind of on the long run here, or it almost feels like you're like in the midst of it. I don't feel like you're quite new, quite ready to graduate, but I feel like um maybe there's like a yearish left. Um you have that ability, just stay focused. So what's interesting here, you have the Hermit in reverse here, and this is a sign that maybe it's not going to be as easy of a process as you're hoping for. The Hermit in reverse can be a really lonely card. So this can really signify to me that your focus is going to have to be on education. It's going to have to be on your studies, and that could really mean putting off the other things that you really enjoy, putting off hobbies, putting off vacations, putting off, just spending quality time with people for the time being. This gives me really like junior year, like first semester in the senior year kind of energy, actually. So while I think you will graduate, I think that this is going to definitely be a little trying for you. It's going to require that focus, that last push to the end. And you really have to make sure to stay grounded through the whole situation. But ultimately, I would say yes. I think you'll graduate. Um, you just got to put in the work, so to speak. Hi, Rhonda. How are you doing? Aisha, that's so cool. So I went to oh, okay, you're a junior. Yeah. So, that last bit of junior year and into senior year is really going to require that like push to the end, so to speak. Um Aisha, that's so cool. So I went to performing arts schools for like middle school and high school, and then played in my college concert band. But I never like learned the piano. I just learned enough to pass music theory so I can like do my assessments, my chords and scales and stuff like that. Where are you going? Luna's like, we're done here, aren't we? What? You seem so bubbly, Aisha. I'm shocked you're like shy IRL. But I get it. I consider myself a social introvert. Like after this, I'm gonna enjoy some wine and like kick back and finish watching Carnival Row and veg out. So I totally get it. All right, so I'm gonna close the queue. Bye, Luna. But I did see CK and Rhonda pop up. So if you guys have questions, I see your question, CK. So I'll go ahead and get that. But I totally understand you, Aisha. I wish I had not been so shy in middle school, because that's when I was like, my middle school required everybody to be in the choir. And I wish I hadn't been so shy, because now I'm like all about karaoke and I love singing. You're welcome, CK. Let's see what's gonna happen with your bosses. One more card. Oh my gosh. You have all aces in reverse. I feel like needless to say, they're definitely gonna get what's coming to them. So you have the Ace of Cups in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, in the center of this reading, Ace of Wands in reverse. That's crazy. I don't know if you like curse these people or what, but so needless to say, we have all aces in reverse. Aces are the like card of new beginnings, but in reverse it's more so like delays and roadblocks and stoppages and just everything opposing the idea of beginning something new. So it definitely represents a lot of them being held accountable for things. It's kind of like, to me, like, oh, the shit is finally hitting the wall and it's catching up to them. So we can talk about it very quickly, but I feel like a lot of this is really obvious. So we have the cups here. This is emotionally feeling like, oh, they are being hit where it hurts. They're being held responsible. They're starting to feel guilty, or they feel guilty because they got caught, kind of thing. And then on the other side, we have this like passionate side where they are really starting to lose hope or lose faith in the just in this situation as a whole, and realizing like things are coming to light that do not shine them in a favorable light. And then in the center, this is the most obvious of them all, is the lack of financial victory in this entire situation, where it's just they're not going to get what they thought they were going to get financially. Things are just going to be turned upside down for them. So yeah, I really don't have much to elaborate on. It's not working out in their favor, so I hope that makes you happy. I've never pulled like all aces before. That's so interesting. I like how Syl's like, whoa. Yeah, you, my friend, are very well protected. So good on you for whatever you did. But yeah, super quick reading. I really anything I elaborate on is going to be all fluff. So I'm just going to go ahead and end it there. Oh, that's so fun, Aisha. I like that we kind of have like similar interests, tarot and quiet music and stuff like that. I was, um, like I said, I went to performing arts school, so I was super big into like musicals and Broadway and all of that stuff. So I really enjoyed going to things. Oh yeah, super loud and clear, CK. And I'm glad that was quick and easy. Not They are not playing at all, and I would hope to never have to cross you. Aisha, I found your channel and I subscribed. So hopefully I get to see after all of this, I get to hear your lovely voice and see some of your music. Yep. Nope. I already found you. I stalked you already. But it's 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna or start wrapping it up. But I will be back. Let me double check my calendar. I know, Apollo, life is so hard. What are you gonna do about it? So I will be back on the 10th. Yeah, next week. So I'll be back next week. If you guys enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you, CK, so much. You have a relaxing and fabulous night and weekend as well. And yeah, thank you guys for making tonight such a really fun live. I can't wait for next week. All right, I'm out of here. I will talk to you guys soon.